Um, I can't even hold you, pause. Uh, it really kind of affected me. You know, like number one, that's all, in the algorithm. That's all you're gonna hear is every single day, all day long. This is all people are gonna talk about. But in hip hop, there's like a brotherhood, and a lot of us have known each other for like 30 years since we were like basically children. And he's one of those dudes, like, regardless to whether I agreed with who he was or what he did and how he did things, in hip hop, we were still brothers. Like, I still consider his sons my nephews. Regardless to what he do, his sons will always be good with me. You know, if hopefully everything's cool with that as well. Or children in general. And that's how I feel about everyone from my kind of generation that graduated from that era of hip hop. So it was like, damn. I knew how much this was, number one, going to affect the face of hip hop, because he's been a pillar for the last 30 years. There was no hip hop without certain people being mentioned. And, I'm proud to say that I'm one of those people, but he's definitely one of those people. And even though I've always, somewhat has always been a competitive nature between him and I've always admired the fact that he'll do anything. Like when he ran the marathon, I was like, I wouldn't have did that. Like, he definitely is turned up, pause. Like, he has a lot of energy. And I admired the fact that he was able to stay relevant over and over again. I couldn't understand it. I'd be like, how did he get that deal? He always gets those deals, I was definitely transparent. I was definitely sort of pissed off because I felt like I started that thing with the vodka and the liquor and the almond deal. I remember having a conversation with him at the MTV Awards, and him asking me, like, how'd you do that, blah, blah, blah. And he went and did it a different way and made a lot of money from it. But I was like, in my brain, I was like, he's always copying. You know what I mean? Like, and it's, sometimes I'd wonder, like, how does he get that deal? Like, I'll have a great idea, but he could always get the deal to connect him to pop culture where he could get that volume and be so embraced, But I'd be like, but I'm gonna still do it my way. And I don't care, like, we've had conversations like, yo, bruh, it's kind of similar ideas, but yeah, but I do them better than you. Maybe you do. But you don't celebrate that kind of thing no matter what, And I started to think, because like every day something new comes out. So I'm wondering in his brain, like, in this very moment, would he give up everything, all the money, all the history he's made with music, all of it, just to be regular and be free? Would he erase everything? Like, was it worth it? The 30 years of rolling, if he knew 30 years ago that he had 30 years to just do whatever he wanted, and be well respected and celebrated, and do all these impactful things that have affected hip hop and the trajectory of hip hop. And now I'm seeing that, he had a lot more power than I knew. So he was affecting everything. And would he be like, yo, I'll give it all up just so I could just be with my kids every day? And when I saw him at the park with his kids, I was like, yo, that's what I do every day. That's what I walked away from, because the ultimate wealth, I just always wanted a family, And my mom died when I was young. I lost my girl at the time, fairly young. I haven't been in a functional relationship with any of my children's mothers. It's been war before they were born. And all I wanted was just a peaceful life, be able to just pick my son up from school or my child, my daughter, go to all their activities, you know, take them to school, just grow with them, you know, and be with a woman that I love and be peaceful and grow together. All those things was my dream. And the crazy thing is the only way I was able to get to that dream was to detach from all of that stuff. I would never have gotten the ultimate dream had I stayed around, you know? So I just, you know, I know the kind of guy that he is, and he's used to being a free-spirited individual. And then I start to reflect, like, yo, how did you avoid all that? How did you just know to stay away? You know? And it's just because, like, regardless of whether what he was doing was illegal or not, that will be judged in a court of law. But what we do know was he was doing some loose shit. Like, there were actual freak-off parties, and there were environments and things that were going on that I personally would never, ever, ever do, be around. And I think people know me, and hearing about these things actually happening, people would be like, now I understand why Dame really didn't get along with certain people. And then I'm thinking, yo, this shit was really going on? Like, because it seems like there's like the general party, and then there's the VIP party where all the elite, so the elite people have to be knowing about what's going on, and they're still there, whether they're participating or not. That's a secret. And it must, that kind of secret, because, you know, like I heard things, but not that crazy. Not the things that have been admitted to doing, like, you know, not pause baby oil crazy. Like, I didn't know, you know, like, it's just something that was unfathomable to me. The fact that that didn't get out, that means that's a very secret club. Whoever's holding that secret, they hold it tight to the vest. And I'm like, what other secrets? Like, what deals were made in those freak-offs? Because a lot of the deals that happen in social environments. That's why people go to the club and they hang out all day. Bankers hang out with bankers all day to get deals done. Like, I would go to Tripiani's and I'd watch, we'd make, you know, billion-dollar deals over a bottle of vodka. And it was all based on, you know, that hanging out and that trust, and you would throw your man an alley-oop because y'all hung out. If you get into that secret club and you're able to hold a secret so tight to the vest, you know a lot of business deals are getting made there. So now I'm like, damn, I might understand why certain people had certain opportunities, certain deals, you know, and if they weren't participating, they were there. And they didn't leave. And they repetitively came back. So I don't think people knew, or maybe they were, or they did know, but I'll give people the benefit of doubt. Like, I don't think they thought it was illegal, but it was loose. And as far as moral compass, morally, that would not be the environment that I would want my kids around. I would want to be around. I wouldn't want to do no business in that environment. Could you imagine me going to one of those parties and walking in that room with I'd be like, y'all know, where's the pause button? I'd be like, pause button. I'd be like, you're in here, y'all bugging. What? I didn't know. That type shit. They know that I'm not tolerant, or, you know, I don't look the other way. I'd be getting out the way. But I might not be so silent. I might not be able to keep that secret of what I saw. You know? So I'm like wondering, like, damn. And I'm wondering if people understand what the buckshot of another person's karma is. With a shotgun, you shoot it in pellets spray. So you might hit your target, but the pellets are going to hit whoever's around. So you might not meant to be getting shot, but you're going to catch a couple of a spray of those bullets. That's what karma's like. So if you are around somebody that may be doing something immoral, and you might look the other way or might help facilitate it, karmically, you may be considered accountable